Hey everyone! So, you're taking on the STLP Screen Capture Tutorial Challenge? Awesome! You are in the perfect spot. We are going to break down the official rubric bit by bit and give you a super clear roadmap to making a project that really shines. Let's get you ready to build something incredible.
So here's the game plan. First, we'll get on the same page about what this challenge is all about. Then, we'll talk about 2 golden rules. These are total make-or-break rules you need to know. After that, we dive into the good stuff. How to make a tutorial that's creative, works perfectly, and has a great creation story to go with it.
All right, let's start at square one. To build a winning project, you've got to know exactly what the game is, right? You need to know what the judges are actually looking for.
At its heart, it's really this simple. You're the teacher, your job is to record your screen and show someone how to do something. You can use a voiceover, you can use text on the screen, or both. Whatever it takes to teach the concept clearly. And hey, quick tip, if your topic is kind of complicated, the rubric actually suggests breaking it up into a few smaller, more focused videos.
Okay, before we even dream about points, there are 2 golden rules you absolutely positively cannot break. Seriously, think of these less as rules and more like your ticket to the game. If you don't follow them, your project, well, it doesn't even get looked at.
Now, this sounds super obvious, I know, but it is the #1 thing that trips people up. You have to give them a direct, public link that just works. If a judge clicks it and gets an error message or a request for access page, they can't score you, period. So test your link. Then have a friend test it. Make sure it works.
Golden rule #2 is all about being a good digital citizen. Everything in your project has to be your own creation. If you use music or an image or really any media you didn't create yourself, you must have permission. Oh, and there's a really important new rule. This project needs to be 100% you. No AI-generated stuff is allowed.
And this right here shows you exactly what I mean. On the left, just saying, I found it on Google. That's a no-go. That's not enough. What the judges need to see is what's on the right. Real, actual proof. We're talking an email or a screenshot from a website that gives you clear permission to use that content.
Okay, we got the essential rules out of the way, so we are officially in the game. Now let's talk about where you're going to win those points. These next 3 categories are all about your creativity, and they're each worth a massive 10 points.
First up is innovative design. This is worth 10 points. And it's not just about having a neat idea, it's about how you bring that idea to life in a way that feels totally unique and totally you. Maybe you use a really cool color scheme or a fun editing style that makes your video pop.
You've got to ask yourself this question. Does my tutorial just blend in with all the others, or does it have my own personal stamp on it? The judges are looking for something that feels fresh, creative, and memorable, something that really stands out from the pack.
All right, next up for another 10 points, we have design principles. This whole category is about how well you communicate your lesson. You know, it's one thing to be creative and innovative, but is your tutorial actually easy to follow? Is your tutorial effective? That's the key question here. This is where you're judged on how well you actually teach the skill. Is the layout clean? Are your steps logical? Do your visuals and your audio work together to make the whole thing just click for the viewer? And for our last big creative category, let's talk about interest and appeal. Because, let's be real, even the best, clearest tutorial in the world is useless if nobody wants to watch it. This is all about engagement. Think about it. The best teachers aren't just informative, they're captivating. This is where your pacing, your energy, and your style all come together to make someone actually want to stick around and see it through to the end.
So, we've covered the creative heart of your project. Now let's shift gears and talk about the technical side of things. This 10-point section is all about making sure that all your great creative work is presented in a professional, flawless package.
So here's your checklist. The judges are asking, is the audio crystal clear? Can we actually hear you? Does the video play right on a phone just as well as it does on a laptop? Is it under that strict 2-minute time limit? And finally, does it feel like you're an expert who really gets your audience? Nail these and you're in great shape.
We're down to our last 10 points, and this one isn't about the video itself, but the story behind it. Your process document is your chance to give the judges a behind-the-scenes look at all the hard work and thinking that went into your project. Your process document should tell the whole story. Start with your tools, what software, what microphone did you use, then show them your plan. Let them see your storyboard or initial sketches. Walk them through your process, step by step. And, super important, this is where you include all that proof of permission we talked about earlier. So let's put it all together. The path to a perfect score of 50 really means you've got to give equal love to every single category. Your creative design is just as important as your technical skills, which are just as important as your process document. It's all about balance. A balanced project is going to be a high-scoring project.
And there you have it. That's the playbook for success. You've got the rubric, you know the rules, and you know what the judges are looking for. The only thing left to decide is, what are you going to create? So, what amazing skill are you going to teach the world? Good luck!